Hi folks, Peter Lawn here. Today I'm going to show you how to build a octagon 8-sided building in Icarus with some reasonable accuracy, hopefully. So I have built this platform. It's a 4x4 platform, and if you notice, it is above ground, so we do need to have that. That's a requirement to be able to sink vertical beams in here. And what I want to do is I want to put a beam sunk in or just raised just slightly above this floor section in the very middle. To do that reasonably accurately, what we're going to do is we're going to place 4 beams like this. I'm also going to turn on my torch so I can see a little bit better. I'm going to try to line myself as centered as possible on this beam. And I'm also going to deploy a vertical beam and then hit the home key to do a freeform placement. And you can see you got this opaque image of where the beam is going to go. We use this a lot for guides sometimes. So what I want to do is I want to just sink this beam a little bit down, not just a little bit above these beams here. So kind of see where it matches up. We're going to try to get as close as possible. Let's get it right there. So that's pretty damn close. Okay, so we can delete these guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got this center beam here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to delete the 4 inner floor pieces inside here. Make sure you have supports on the outside. Your floors don't all of a sudden fall apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to use these little interior wood half pieces, and we're going to place them on the inside around this beam so that we can use those as guides for placing of our octagon beams. So let's place this thing out. Now you don't want to snap it to this center beam we just placed in here. You actually want to snap to the outer floor area, and you can hit R to change the orientation, and that's what we want right there. And so we're going to do one there, and we're going to do one there, we're going to do one there, and we're going to do one there. So you got this kind of an arrangement going for you. And next we're going to jump on top of this center beam and try to position ourselves as, in this most center of this beam as possible. And how I do that is I help myself by getting ready to deploy another vertical beam, hit home key again to be in freeform placement. And this line right here between the two, between this floor piece, half piece, and this half piece is going to be the center position we're trying to get to. So we're going to just kind of position ourselves a little bit so we're kind of right there, and kind of be as centered on the beam that you're on here, this way, looking this way. Then of course we also want to do the same thing on this side, so we're just going to go to the right a little bit and go up and down. It looks pretty decent, and I'm still reasonably centered here. And then the final test is to see if you look straight down with your character, and you can see how the corner piece is kind of intersecting with the opaque placement vertical beam here. So we're going to go around. Okay, I'm just touching here, touching here. Oh, this is really good. So we're pretty close. So now once you've established a center position on this beam, do not move off the center position, because we need to place all of our beams around here for our octagon to be as accurate as possible. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find this second board that's here on the right hand side, and we want to try to be in the middle of that. And so right along this seam here, right? So I'm going to pick this spot right here. So that's where my one beam's going. We're going to hit the home key, do the same thing on this side. So here's that beam we're looking for, and or plank, I guess you would call that. And we're going to place this guy right there, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. Find the middle of it, place that beam pretty close to the center there, and then we do the same thing here, right there. So now you say, well, how the heck do you do the 45 degrees? Well, what I found was in experimenting with this a little bit is that we're going to just hit our home key and get, is that there's these couple of little sort of knobs that you see on these planks. And what I found is if you position yourself so that those four little nubs right here, and there, and there, and there, if they're on the inside, if they're intersecting just with our opaque beam right about there. So you can see that this one is my target and this one over here is my target to intersect on the right and the top of the beam that I'm placing. So there's one, and same thing right here. You can see tuck those in the corner. So right about there. We'll do the same thing over here. Kind of like that, and then over here. All right, so now we got our reasonably spaced beams. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the extend these out 2 lengths. Alright, and then we're going to do vertical on the edge of each, on the edge of these extended beams. Lots of lag here right now, I don't know why, but I've already got a decent sized little base down there, so I find the more you build in Icarus, the more lag you can get to. So alright, so then we get sort of this looking arrangement. It looks like this. And what we're going to do is now we can get rid of basically these inner wood structures. We can also get rid of these beams that extend out as well. Delete this, delete that one. This. What we do now, actually I kind of screwed up, but that's okay. We can recover. One there, one there. You can see this one matches up pretty good, but this one not as great, but still within acceptable limits, right? This one's not too bad. This one I can't tell because it's in the ground. This one's not too bad. Well, the real test will be once you put some outside walls on to see how it looks, right? That one's not too bad. That one's really good. Yeah, it's really hard to get it, you know, super accurate, right? This is actually quite doable. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to set up some walls and see how that looks. Maybe I'll do the concrete ones, actually. So, I'm going to make some windows. Leave that one. Actually, we'll put that in there. Leave this one open so I can get in and out and have a look. Alright, so let's have a look at that and see what that looks like from a camera view perspective. Not too bad. You can see this one here is a little bit, well, it's probably one of the better ones. that one's ideal. Well, actually, this one's ideal. That's pretty sharp. This one's the worst one. But you're not gonna get it perfect at every time, because there's just no way to get that guide exact, right? But there you go. So that's how you build an octagon. And some recommendations, obviously, when you're building, I wouldn't use ramps on the that go up, like roof ramps, because it just looks like crap, because there's only 8 sides to deal with. If you look at some of my other circular builds, the better way to do these is to you can go up as high as, because you have about 8 points of structural integrity here at each one of these beam locations. You can build up 2 or 3 high. I would recommend just going 2 high and then doing some kind of a roof structure on the top. I'll show an example of that, a picture of that at the end of this video. But there it is. There's your octagon building. All right, so we're gonna finish this building off a little bit and see if we can make it look a little prettier. What I'm going to do is, you know what I want to do is I want to actually get some glass, and let's grab some, let's make some, yeah, let's make a bunch of these, 20 of them. You're probably going to say, how the heck did he build those glass pieces so fast? Well, my Builder's Dream mod actually has increased crafting speed, so that helps a lot. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw a second tier of glass up on the second level of these walls. Oops. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish a flat roof. I'll do that with concrete beams, kind of like this. Now I'm using glass that was made with a water-fed glass working bench, so it has a little bit more strength. I'd recommend doing the same thing. Uh-oh, too far. Let's get up there. Alright, and then to kind of finish this off, you know, kind of do every second piece on the inside of the roof. So one there, one there, one there, one there, there, one there. I did get a little bit of lag with, get this funny little thing in the middle. It's okay, you can fill this out with pieces like that. Didn't like that. But if I do that, yeah, that's good. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to actually build some roof ramps, and we're going to use that kind of aluminum, or that looks like aluminum, but all right, get one there. This is a little bit finicky when you have overlapping pieces to try to get the piece you want working properly. But there we go. There's one there. Start this one up too. There. And come on, where are you? There. And then same thing over here. And this is possible because we have those 8 points of support that are going on. There it is. And this. And one more on this side. Looks like I gotta go to that circle right there. Now you'll notice actually, okay, so I got this and this. So now what I'm gonna do is just gonna carry this on each side. Now we're going to make those cracks go away. Oh, actually you can see that structurally we're having some difficulties here. Let's see if that one goes. Yeah, it's also going to fall. Okay, so we'll find a way around that in a minute. The other thing we want to do is just want to put this wood pieces in on the inside. Now, these wood pieces probably won't survive in a storm. I'm running a no storm mod right now, so that of course helps. Let's see. Let's just get another floor piece out here so I can get in front of it. One there. One there. Same thing over here. That. So that actually looks not too bad, right? If you look at that from the outside, and if we do a little camera zoom out now, except for those, the middle pieces on the roof line, that gets a little bit difficult. So you're going to need some supports in the middle there in order to support you need 4 more supports going up to make this work. Actually 4 or 2. Anyways, you get the idea. So what you can do is you can go down into the middle piece here and extend these guys up to help support the various roof structures, right? In fact, actually, I think I found you have to actually go 1 offset from here. So in other words, you'd have to do 1 out from there, 1 out from there, 1 out from there, 1 out from there, and then do a vertical like this. In order to make that structure be solid up top there. Now if I go in and do finish off my ramp, yeah, see, it is okie dokie. There you go, you get a nice clean looking rooftop finish. And if I go out from here and look at my building, oh, I forgot the piece on this end, but you get the idea. So that kind of not a bad looking structure, right? And that's how you make an octagon building. Well, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch up with you later.